Hello and welcome to my channel. I have a Land of the Giants model kit from a company I've never heard before called Doll & Hobby. Anyway, it's made for the ages 15 and up and is 1 in 48 scale. Land of the Giants was a classic TV series from the 1960s. I'm not quite that old, but I did grow up watching the repeats. I was always fascinated by these tiny people and how they had to use giant everyday items to survive. Without further ado, let's open the box. That's a big snake. So we have 2 bags of plastic parts and some paper bits. We have a very nicely detailed backdrop featuring the spindrift, and of course it's double-sided. We have a 4-page black and white set of instructions, and to be honest these are pretty basic, not requiring many steps. And there's all the parts laid out. Let's get assembling. Some of these parts don't come on a sprue, but they still need tidying up. The tabs still need cutting off and filing down. Well, I'm guessing by the end of the tail, this is a rattlesnake. And I use modelling cement to hold both parts together. I have jumped ahead of myself a little bit. The instructions say start with the face. So I'll glue the upper and lower mouth together. And I just need to apply a little pressure at the end until the glue takes hold. And now comes the most complicated process, gluing the inner jaw to the outer 2 pieces. Once the outer pieces are glued together, you need to pull the inner jaw forward, so that way it fills the whole mouth. Next, the fan can be glued into place, and then we can proceed with the rest of the body. It's just a matter of gluing the 2 halves together, then gluing it to the previously built piece. And then keep going till you've got a complete snake. I'm just going to read the write-up which is on the back of the box. It states that this is based on the promotional art for the TV series. The detailed and imaginative snake scene kit made its debut in 1968 at the height of the Monster model kit craze. D&H's re-release of this classic kit features the same fun details as the original. The only thing new is the backdrop. And now we can move on to the base. This comes with 4 patches of grass, 2 of them are glued together first. Then they all have distinctly shaped holes in which to be inserted. The base to me feels like it should have a lot more grass, so I can't see any harm in adding more if need be. There's a few gaps to fill in on the snake. This comes with a narrow nozzle which makes it very clean and very direct. It does take a little while to dry though, but once it has, it's just a matter of sanding it back. It doesn't matter if you go too far, you can always have more. Don't forget, once the model's been primed and painted, most of these blemishes will disappear anyway. Then for the next step, I prime both the snake and the grass. The grass will only take a few minutes to complete, so I'm going to get that out of the way. I base coat it all in a rich green colour. Then I mixed up some light green with just a hint of yellow, and I used this as an overbrush, which will give me my colour variations. And I also apply it to the 3 tufts as well. And while that's drying to one side, I get a couple of little bits done. The Land of the Giant logo is painted in black and dry brushed in white. I then give the lettering a couple of coats of yellow. Frustratingly, this is full of air bubbles, so I have to try and paint through them. Right, time to start working the snake. I go around and lightly sand down any areas which have been filled in. And then painting wise, I start on the mouth by using the flat red, then I move on to painting the teeth in white. When it came to the eyes, in one reference photo they're green, in another they're yellow. So I chose to go with green. The pupil in the middle is raised. When I painted it black it would be easy to go on. Now that the mouth has dried, I need to go over it with some gloss. This will help make it look slimy and more realistic. I also cover the teeth while I'm at it. For the snake skin, it's just a matter of trying to follow the colours and the pattern from the box art. Thankfully the diamond backed area is slightly raised. This just makes it a little bit easier to follow. Essentially there's 4 main colours at play. There's a black brown, there's a copper red, there's a tan colour, and then there's a pale green. It's just a matter of concentrating my efforts on each part, and then slowly but surely it starts to feel like I'm making progress. This snake certainly took me a lot longer than I first expected, and once the details have been painted on, any remaining grey space gets its colour. To help bring it to life, and add the extra dimension, I cover it all in a brown wash. Then the excess can be carefully dabbed off with a tissue. And now all I have left to do is paint up the people. Their details are quite soft, so it's just a matter of trying to match the colours to the source material. Then hopefully you can see the characters as a whole rather than concentrate on the dodgy bits. Thankfully, because of how the diorama is set up, you can't really see these characters from the front, so that takes the pressure off a little bit. And now for the final assembly. First goes on the snake. There's no point gluing this into place since it's so big. The tufts of grass will keep it stable. There's imprints in the grass for the characters to slot into, but they still need a drop of glue to keep them steady. The most difficult part is trying to get that safety pin lined up, because each character holds it at 2 different points and it doesn't line up with the box artwork. Right, that's this diorama basically finished, and it's a great representation of the sort of scenes that you'll find in this classic TV series. I've already previously built up their spaceship, which is called the Spindrift. I will leave a link to that video at the end of this one. There is another kit in this series which is due out soon. It's called the Cyclops and the Chariot, and it looks even bigger than this one. So I'm certainly going to keep an eye out for that one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.